Hello. Hi guys. Hello YouTube. I'm just a everyday lady getting through my, let's see, what's today? Thursday? Means tonight I'm going to get paid. I always like seeing that when it comes into my bank account. I'm weird with numbers, and I like seeing addition in my bank account more importantly than anything. I just went on a run for 20 minutes, and I did 10 minutes walking. There's still coronavirus stuff going on out there, so when my neighbors made a comment that I wasn't wearing a mask, which is okay. I don't necessarily not wear a mask. It's just maybe they were just making a joke, I guess, because they knew I was running. It's kind of hard to run with the mask on. I get it. I know that some professional runners, they put their masks on and they go out for a run, but I just don't want to. I'm not a professional. You know, you have to start somewhere. And today I started my run. I haven't ran all year. I don't run very normally. I'm not a very good or fast runner. I don't necessarily make the best times when I go run. I think it's because of my build. I'm a little bit, well, I'm average size for women. And actually I'm 5'1.5", but everybody knows that if you're a girl, you say you're 5'2". And I've had friends that told me that they were 5'2", and I'm slightly like looking down at them, slightly, and I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, sure, you do you, and just don't tell anybody I'm lying either, and I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay about that one. But no, my build's not so great when it comes to running, and I know that might sound like a cop out, but I don't think so. I see a lot of people who are good runners, and I can see why they're good runners. So yeah, I kind of wanted to just put that out there, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to vlog my runs after I run, how long I run, and maybe map my run on here too, because I kind of want to know how often I run. I kind of want to know how I did, like, eating wise for the day, and then I just kind of want to figure out how that works, because another thing along with running is I've noticed from trying to do diets in the past, and I'm pretty good shape even in college, even though I did the drinking too, that I don't necessarily have an easy time with losing weight, but I also have a hard time gaining weight too. It's just, as long as I don't go too crazy, it takes me a while to gain weight, but it definitely takes me a long time to lose weight. In the past, I've done the keto diet, and it's actually, I used to be 175 pounds, 178 actually, and I'm down to 157. I was down to 154 last week, but it's kind of hard. A lot of personal things going on in my life that happened, so that's also why I wanted to get back into running or something, some sort of workout. And I've been wanting to get better at running. I feel like if there's one thing that I want to be able to do is if somebody's trying to chase me in the streets or wherever, I want to be able to at least outpace the average Joe. So yeah, I want to get to running. So I ran today for, I already said that. I don't eat very much either. That will change. It's more like I will eat very little some days, and then I'll eat a lot other days. It's mostly because if I can't eat I can't eat 3 square meals a day. I will gain weight, period. Like, I can't have whatever the average American has 3 times a week, 3 times a day, excuse me. I could probably have it 3 times a day, a week. It's just not how I work. So yeah, I like to I ate like some mini wheats this morning, and I went to sleep. I work nights, and I have been for probably 3 months now. That's going to be changing in October. But yeah, hopefully I keep these vlogs up, keep it running up. I don't know what I'm going to eat for dinner yet. I guess I'll make a mention to that hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow I do another video. It's more like doing this video so then I can start some sort of YouTube channel. Not that I might do anything with it now. I might not get anywhere now, but mostly for the experience, you know. I have to start somewhere, and that's what this video is about, is me starting somewhere. And I'm obviously doing this with my phone, so you can't figure it out. So I appreciate that. Appreciate you dealing with the video quality. Sorry. I hope you guys stay safe out there. I kind of think that this COVID thing, while important, was kind of taken a little bit too seriously, which actually is kind of a blessing and a curse. I think you guys probably need to see when you go to the grocery store, the people are not shoving their carts into your behind when you're in the Safeway or the Food Max or whatever your grocery store of choice is. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that the people are driving less. I feel like that's kind of an improvement. I don't like, because one thing you'll know about me is I don't like wastes. I try and avoid waste as much as possible. I try to use reusable cups. I try and eat at restaurants rather than do to go. And yeah, I'll cook at home. And I don't go into the whole, I don't have like any trash whatsoever like a week. I just try and mitigate it as much as possible. Notice with this coronavirus stuff going on, I've been eating out to go quite often because I've been trying to support the restaurants, local restaurants. And it's, first, it worked out well for me. It was kind of an interesting experience. I like, most of you probably also like DoorDash or started doing DoorDash. I haven't done DoorDash before. And it's kind of nice. Sometimes people don't ring my doorbell or knock. They just leave my food on the doorstep, which is weird. One time, the first time that happened, I thought that they delivered to the wrong location, to find that it was on my porch for 5 minutes. And I was just kind of like, okay, that's really strange. I don't know how you tip on something like that, because they did all the work, but the fact that, I don't know, face to face when you're having when you're getting something delivered to you is kind of important, I feel, because then I know whether or not I'd like to use your services again, because I know you, I feel like I know you as a person. And when you leave food on my doorstep but not necessarily make it known, I kind of, even if you don't want to touch the doorknob, you know what they do in the medical field when you don't want to touch something? You don't use the front of your hands. Use the back of your hand, and you go like that, and you press it, because you do this when you touch your face. Okay? My hands are clean. Trust me. Besides, you guys aren't going to get it. I'm debating myself, so I guess it doesn't matter if my hands are clean. You don't go, like this. This is not natural, So, if you don't want to touch a surface, use the back of your hand. Use your elbows. Use your forearms. If you want to sneeze, I mean, that's straightforward. I apologize. You guys probably know this stuff. But it's just common courtesy. If you're gonna deliver somebody's food, at least ring the doorbell. I mean, I get you don't want to have contact and you don't know who I am and what I have or anything like that. So, but that's my only pet peeve right now. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope people aren't panicking. I hope you guys are taking a normal response. Normal response. Because I'm an advocate of normal. I don't like when people overreact to things. And I know I do too. I try and be self-aware of it. So you will see me overreact to things. I don't like it when people get too freaked out about things. Life is a roller coaster. And it might not be the safest roller coaster. It might even cause a concussion. You may accidentally hit somebody's head off while you're going on the roller coaster and break your leg. There's nothing safe about life. But it's so fun. If everything was safe, would you like to do it? Really? Like, I get a joy when I go to the beach, and there's a lot of cliffs in our area, and I like climbing the rocks. Reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of when I used to look at the tide pools locally at the beach, and yeah, I just like it. I like to joke around and I like to be adventurous, and yeah, I don't really care. I measure responses and being cordial with people. When they, are like not doing the proper safety precautions, be just cordial. Don't have to be rude. I heard somebody, I guess, through the grapevine, my sister-in-law's went to the grocery store. She had her 3-year-old with her, and the grocery store, they were making comments about the fact that she wasn't wearing a mask. The 3-year-old, and it's kind of like, oh my gosh, that's rude. Don't tell people, with something like that with your kids with face masks, especially with the type of, how do you say this? Rude face masks. Just rudeness. Hold on. It'll come back to me. Have your face mask on, children. Well, this whole thing is new to everybody. Just very new, unusual. And I don't want to be tough on parents in particular, because obviously parents already have it hard. I don't want people to be too rude to them. I don't have kids yet. So yeah, I just think that would be rude. And yeah, also, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to give kids masks. They're going to try and eat it. They can't put together in their minds why there's a mask on their face. You can't tell them, they won't understand. So, just straightforward, and I'm not going to say common sense, because I'm starting to understand why common sense is a weird word. It doesn't actually make sense. A lot of things that seem like common ways to live by, it's not necessarily common to everybody. And it makes sense once you figure it out, I guess. So I guess once you figure it out, it's common sense. But it doesn't make it common for everybody to know. And I could get into that. Probably not today, because this was supposed to be like a 5-minute thing. Dear God. I'm so sorry. I'm going to just stop here and call it good. Yeah. Thank you for watching, for whoever who's watching this. listening, and try and go after it, and go take a walk, take a run, exercise. There's UV sunlight out there. It's great for killing bacteria, viruses. I apologize. I understand the allergies out there are pretty bad, but it's so I know that some of you guys don't want to necessarily go out there because of the allergy season. But I mean, I guess that's where an N95 mask come in handy in the future. I'm not saying now. Never really thought about it, but I guess that's could be a thing for people. Anyway, that's gonna be controversial. All right, take care, guys. Have a good one.